Hello, my fellow night hunters. My name is Miles, and welcome to another episode of Spaceflight Simulator. Today we will be traveling to the moon. How, you ask? With this rocket. This is the Saturn V. This rocket was used in multiple Apollo missions. I self-made it. However, I had a little help with someone else. If you too want to create your own Saturn V and recreate the Apollo 11 mission, I will have the link to that video. Now we're gonna have to pay attention to that, because that is where our stage separator is. By the way, that's going to start heating up. Stage complete. And what just happened? I just saw the first stage get eviscerated. Let me go ahead and get rid of that real quick. It's been about a minute and a half, and we are still good. In real time, this took up to a week and a half. Now, what I'm trying to do is have an orbit of about 100 kilometers, 100 to 110. I also have two satellites. One of them is the ISS. The other is my communications satellite. Alright, we're staging again. Right now we're in the what we call the transfer window. Unlike the Apollo 11 mission, this one does not have that incident where the oxygen tank explodes, forcing the crew members to hurry back. Now we are going to dock the CSM to the LEM, which is really hard. And we have docked. See, it wasn't that hard. For me, Apollo. We need to slow ourselves down into orbit. Let me go ahead and leave the CSM. Now, the CSM is going to remain in orbit while the lunar module is going to land on the moon. That way we can get our samples and stuff like that. I gotta say that... What just happened? My landing legs are missing. Now, those were my secondary landing legs in case the original ones fail. If we crash, it's game over. That's something I don't want to happen. Now, you may be asking yourself,
Miles, how long did it take you to get to the moon?
Well, I can assure you, 1 hour, which is too long. Too freaking long. Pardon my French. I'm not really used to swearing on social media. It took too long. We are almost there. 18 and a half kilometers. What I'm trying to do is slow ourselves down so that we don't have any horizontal velocity when we land. That is what I am basically trying to do. This is taking forever. I'm gonna go ahead and skip a few kilometers. We are now within range. 5,000 meters. You see, that arrow is what we're trying to get rid of. Also, we do not need to be going 73 meters per second to the surface. We are going to lower that to 6. I'll come back when it lands. And the Eagle has landed. Congratulations, everyone. You landed on the surface of the moon. Now I'm going to go get some soda and I'll be right back. I have already grabbed the samples and now I am setting in navigation back to the CSM. We're going to disconnect that part. And, yeah. That part's gonna just be left on the moon. However, the part that we're using is going to crash into the moon after we get to the CSM, have our astronauts boarded. After that, it's going to crash. And we are now 7,000 meters from the CSM. The hard part is keeping our capsule from having any sideways momentum. That's going to be hard. I'll get back to you guys when we are within 50 meters from the CSM. And we are now 50 meters away from the CSM and slowly accelerating towards it. What we're going to do is dock the capsule to the CSM, have our astronauts go into it, and then put this capsule into a crash course to the moon. And we have docked to the CSM. Alright, let me go ahead and undock the capsule. Now, what we're going to do with this is have it crash into the moon. However, I have a drone on the moon already, so I don't want it to crash into that. What we're going to do is have it crash right about there. And that's all set. Now that that's out of the way, now we can head back home. How long does it take? Another 3 days if it was a real-life mission. However, this is Spaceflight Simulator, not the Apollo mission. We are almost there. There we go. Now, we have our trajectory set for Earth. And we are now 40 kilometers. Now you want to make sure you disconnect it fuel tank at an angle, or else it's gonna burn up with you and potentially crash into you while burning. Alright, I have now re-entered Earth's lower atmosphere. So now the heat shield can cool off, but we don't need it as of right now, so now I'm gonna disconnect that. At about 1,000 meters, I'm going to deploy the parachute. Parachute is now deployed and we can safely return to the ground. Parachute is now fully deployed. We are guaranteed to safely return to the ground. While we are slowly landing, I want to say a quick shout out to my subscribers. Thank you guys so much for the support. Really appreciate it. Now, back to the video. And now we touch sweet, sweet American soil. This marks the end of the Apollo 11 mission to the moon. This is everything we have done to the moon and back. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Comment below what you want me to launch next week, and I'll be happy to work on that. Be sure to like and subscribe to stay updated on my weekly uploads, and I'll see you guys next week. Stay foxy, stay focused, stay in school. Bye guys.